Welcome back, everybody. It is May 15th, 2022, and we're about to enter our stress management section of our Sunday Morgellons call. And stress management is so important because we can't come up with creative solutions. We panic. We live in fight or flight, and we can't think clearly. We can't. We just it's awful. And
who do you have to talk to, Rob? Who do you have to talk to?
Most of us have no one to talk to.
Nobody.
Right, nobody.
Can't you talk to a doctor?
No.
No?
Well, I mean, there are rare doctors that you can talk to, but it's
rare.
Probably like 1 in 100 or more, 1 in 200. I don't know.
They're not over 200 degrees. I mean,
it's tough.
Friends, can't you talk to your friends about it?
Very few. Out of all my friends, I think I have like one friend I could talk to.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of isolating, huh?
It is. It's a very isolating disease. I wanted to say, so, I've been under a lot of stress this week, financial things, all stuff going on. So this necklace, it has the word fearless on it. You can't really see it, but fearless.
Hey.
So, I have like things that say stuff, and I wear them, and then I look at them, and I find that really helps me when I'm stressed out. It calms me down. I start my deep breathing. I start saying, yes, I am fearless. I will find solutions.
Go for
it. Exactly. So I just wanted to share that at the beginning of this section. We are all fearless. We are warriors. And we're going to win this battle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been embarrassed by it?
Well, yeah, but I didn't talk about it.
Well, can you share? Do you care to share how you were embarrassed? The situation, circumstance?
Well, as a performer, when things were really bad, I had like all these gigs, and I still was going to them and doing them, and I had brain fog. My hair was I was so itchy. I mean, I couldn't. I would do a set and then run into the bathroom to wash my face and spray stuff on me, and I was on. I finally started taking Pimazide, which helped tremendously, but I was at a concert and 3 people came up to me and said, "Are you okay? You seem like you're on drugs." Because I was, but that was like really embarrassing.
Mary, how has it been for you? Have you ever been embarrassed, or who do you talk to? What's it like for you?
I don't have anybody to talk to about it, and I am immunodeficient anyway, so I got this after COVID, so I've been stuck at home a lot, so I'm not out in public too much, so no, I haven't really been embarrassed about it.
I remember way back when I was looking for something, after going to doctors and finding nothing, I heard about sulfur and remembered my grandmother. She treated everything with flowers of sulfur, so I started putting sulfur on my forehead, and I couldn't get it out, and I looked jaundiced, and I was embarrassed to go anywhere looking so jaundiced. So it's you don't talk about it. So we have a few people on the line who'd like to share something.
I have to tell one other embarrassing thing. So before I found you and the book and all of these protocols, I was trying everything, and I had put mothballs. I had soaked my clothes and my shoes in mothballs, and I went to a store, and everyone around me started sniffing the air going, "Do you smell mothballs? What is that smell?" I ran out of the store so fast. It was like...
lady.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh man, I'll tell you, we get down different rabbit holes that are embarrassing as hell.
Oh, God.
Okay, open the line. Let's talk to somebody. Share us how stress has impacted you. If you've been embarrassed or anything like that as well.
The worst part was not knowing what I had for a while. My daughter finally found you after I got a cat scratch, and they got into a rodent outside and was infected with Morgellons, and I had no idea what was going on in my body. And so the doctors that I went to said I was crazy. I'm like, I am not crazy. I have never had any psychological problems in my lifetime. But they said I was imagining material coming out of my legs, and I had all these things happening until my daughter, thank God, who is my best friend too, but she's my daughter. I'm her mother, and she found you. And it has been 2 years. The first year I suffered. Not knowing what to do, what to eat. I went through half of my life savings from my husband's death and our savings trying to find vitamins and help, and nothing helped. But when I got on your program, you are 100% right. Now I know the right protocol. The Parasite Stop, the Garcillin, Max 1, the multivitamin. I use some of your gut stuff. I use the Claudia's Dream Cream and the MSM gel, and I am very faithful. Now that I've finally gotten the diet under control, you're 100% right. If you don't stick to it or pay attention or journal, and you start breaking out again, you have to realize, okay, I got to go back to square one. And Robin has taught me that, and it took a while to get off all the vitamins that were wrong and get on your collagen and the right things. But I can tell the people, in all honesty, thank God, I don't flare unless I cheat. And if I cheat, I pay a price. So
yeah,
that is something you taught us. But I got a blood report last week from the cancer doctor, because I've always been anemic, and they never knew why, but I'm fine. He said, you are dismissed. Your blood work is perfect. I'm at the end of my 60s, and he said, it's as good as a 20-year-old. And we can't, and my eye check was great. And the only time, now I'm on the tail end, but I am not into phase 2 again, because I ate something that I shouldn't have eaten when I was out, and I was hungry. So when you are 100% right, the diet plays a huge part if the people don't have money to get some of the other things. And then I am very faithful with disinfecting the environment that I live in. I have cleaned out until I have only one cabinet to go, and I've got some clothes to encase in what Robin said today. Robin, you've been a blessing, and Richard and Chris just taught me so much. And when you follow this and we stick together, you're going to win. You're going to win, and I'm going to win, and you're going to win. And I'm telling you, this does work. And fit it around your budget like I have, and figure out what works for you the best of Richard's products that he said is important. That's what I finally done. And I feel good. I have a lot of energy. I'm still a little slim, but I'm up from 94 to almost 100.
Wow.
First time I've ever had an underweight problem in my lifetime. But the doctors think I'm just perfectly, I'm doing great. So awesome. I just wanted to share that. I drink a lot of water. The only thing I wanted to ask Richard is, you said something about sometimes when I get material, I nicked my leg, bumped it, and it made a sore. Okay, so then that material wants to form, and then you want to pull it off because it stings. Should I leave it alone and do the debriding soap on it and just let the material fall off, or is it better to pull it off? Does that reinfect? Because you told me picking at things causes something one time, and I forgot, but I know it had to do with more action, and it seems like that's what happens every time I pick at something.
Yeah, you're better off leaving it on and not picking at it, because unless you are putting your fingernails in the Curacomb, as we did decades ago, or alcohol, and
I do the tweezers, but still.
they have bacteria, and you're just infecting yourself with another cofactor. So
you're right.
Well, Carol Ann, I'm so happy for you that you've come a long way. I know it was a struggle in the beginning, and thank you so much for your testimony here. Your check is in the mail.
Richard, the check is that you have been a blessing. Robin's a blessing. Chris is everybody I've spoken with that's helped me. Thank God that somebody else in the world knew what was going on with me, because I know and I knew that I am completely sane and fine, and I've been a nutritionist for 30-something years and a motivator, and I'm like, I am not crazy, nothing's wrong. And I'm telling you, I went to about 6 different doctors, and they all, I got careful and more careful about what I even told them, because they label you as a nut.
Well,
it's true, but this is a real disease.
I do want to accentuate one thing you said about the vitamins and supplements. All the vitamins that you may have been taking before, you put them on the back of the shelf. You can take them later when you get to stage 3. For everybody on this call, well, Carol Ann, this is the first time I know that you shared on this call, so it's not a routine thing that you do, and I don't know if you've attended or even, but I thank you for your testimony. But the important thing is that you don't have to do a damn thing. You don't have to buy a damn thing from our store. All you need to do is make that diet kick in, and your life is significantly different. And just make sure you take no supplements that are incompatible with the diet. The lady before said, I'm a fraud. You don't have to buy anything from me. Everything is free. The book is free. The diet is free. This program is free. Our coaches are free. Everything is free. So but
Richard, look at my blood work though. See, taking the supplements that I can afford. Look how good it is. Look how healthy I am. Look how good I feel.
Awesome.
Amen. Right. Everybody who gets their lives back, and we have many people tell me that they are healthier after they've got through the program than they were before they started the program. And you counsel people nutritionally, right, Carol Ann?
I do. I help them lose weight. I lost 150 when I was about 29 years old, and I went back to college and went into the business of nutrition and weight loss and started my own business out of a chiropractor's office.
And did you ever focus on boosting glutathione and all the work that you did?
No, never heard of it till you.
Look how antiquated our educational system is.
I know that they're dense. They have no idea what I'm talking about. But they're wondering, how can this woman? They said, what medications are you on? And I said, well, just a half a tablet of Claritin once in a while, an iron tablet, and my vitamins. And I was on, when my husband died, Buspirone, just a half of a tablet, which was less than 10 milligrams a day. But I got off of that, and because, it's been a while since he passed, and I'm doing so much better. But, I lost life savings. We went into COVID. My grandson got killed in an accident. I lost my 2 cats. They're on a farm. because they were outdoor cats, different from Robin's, and they just would not stay in. And then they kept bringing the disease in, and I just couldn't keep them. So I cried buckets and went through the sorrow. And if I can pull through it, they can pull through it. And, just talk to one another. Talk about your feeling. And like Robin says, do the deep breathing. Put on happy songs. Put on praise music. Look at what you do have. What are in your funds? If nothing but the diet. You're right, Richard. Because when I screw up on the diet or when I was taking the wrong vitamins, that's when I could not get it to work. That's it. You can't do it. You got to stay with the diet.
It's strict. It's strict, and it's worth it. You make the program work, and the program will reward you 100-fold. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep coming back. We're here to support you and getting all the way through, and look forward to you joining our coaching team.
Yes, I am going to do that. I'm downsizing, getting new furniture, clearing out, cleaning out, and I'm going to be moving toward Florida near my children again. I'll be close. We've always been close to my grandbabies, and I'm just very excited. I'm looking to be healthy and whole and well, and if I can do it, if Robin can do it, if Richard can do it, if the other ladies can do it, guys, you can do this. You can do this. If I don't have a huge budget, I'm widowed and on fixed income. I understand. I make a little bit with my nutrition still, but I understand. But you can do it. You can do it.
Thank you. Okay, keep coming back. Who's next, Chris?
So many, but when I was about 2 weeks in, and I'm seeing all these weird foreign things coming out of me, there were admittedly times when I found things that I was sure came out of me that now I know didn't. But one night I was so freaked out about it because I had been to 3 doctors already or more, and nothing. And I had a panic attack, and my chest actually hurt. I called 911. The ambulance came, and they just sat out front and took some tests on me. And I told them stuff was coming out of me. They probably thought I might as well have said I'd been abducted by space aliens. But then I held up a baggie of what I thought, and it, in retrospect, turned out to be some of my roommate's marijuana. Just a little bit. So there's that. I can only imagine what those two said or wrote on my chart when they were done. But what else?
Oh, God.
One time from the stress of staying up all night, because mine were more active at night, and this was early on also. I was so tired from not sleeping. I was in the kitchen one day waiting for the microwave, and I collapsed I just fell asleep on my feet and almost knocked out my 2 front teeth. Chipped 2 of my front teeth. They still hurt to this day. It was almost a year ago.
Oh
my goodness.
So, it's been I could have really, really hurt myself.
Gosh. Huh.
But I don't know. I just try to, if any new ones are listening, I'm only 2 weeks into this. And I've got the diet going. My life is upside down from what it was, but in a fantastic way. Everything that I've learned from you all has been tried and true, and it is true. It is working for me. It is some relief, and it is some hope. And I just encourage everybody to try it. And if the prices have been too high for me sometimes, I'll just think, okay, well, I'll take one of those every other day or whatever. At least I'm getting a handle on it.
Right.
So,
step by
try to
step.
laugh. I don't know.
Step by step, keep going back to the book, read the book. Everybody who succeeds generally reads the book multiple times, puts lots of post-its in that they refer to, because we all have brain fog and we can't get done one page and say, what did I read? So you go back and read it again, you put in some notes. This is why we have this program as well, because some people are visual rather than reading the book. They'd rather watch these YouTube videos. So thank you so much for sharing.
Hi. Well, I've been listening to you guys for I luckily found you pretty early on, and I think I've made every mistake in the book thinking I knew, I took what I liked and left the rest, right? And that's not how this works. So I've been very diligent about moving forward and doing it just as you have written, Richard. And what I'm experiencing now is it seems like it keeps coming up in layers and layers. So I will talk to Robin later. She's been so helpful to me. But I am supposed to go on a lifelong trip in about 3 weeks. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to go because I'm just a mess. And, I won't go. I won't go if I look like a monster. And I look worse now than when I started, because when I started, I was just itching. And I knew you were real because I had found Demithicus Earth to be really helpful. And a lot of other things you were saying was making sense. So that's when I really, got the book and started paying attention. But I really thought that I didn't understand the diet until I listened to several of these calls where you just kept saying, it's the diet, it's the diet, it's the diet. So that's where I'm at. I'm pretty stressed out right now. My world has gotten very, very small. But I'm doing my best, and I love when people get on and say that, tell how. I remember when Nick got on, and he was just, I felt so sorry for him, what he was going through, and now to hear how happy he is, and then your guys' testimony, I know that I'm going to find a way out, but right now it's looking pretty dark. So that's where I'm at.
I just want to offer a couple of suggestions. If you're having lesions and bites, and you have some Nature's Gift debriding soap, put it directly on the lesions, and then pat diatomaceous earth on, and it will start to heal.
Okay. I can just, how you can see under your skin, you can just see, you could just see more and more and more, like the bumps under your skin, and it's
this is
for
what
a long
will start to heal it. I mean, the diet, you need the diet to kick in, but
yes.
But if you start doing that on the trouble spots on your skin, they'll start to get better, as well as the bathing and the creams.
Yep, I'm doing all of that. All of that.
Do you have the Parasite Stop formula?
You know what? I used it really sporadically, and I'm going to order it again. And I want to take it on my trip if God willing, I can go.
You need to get up to 3 or 4 capsules a day with food in the beginning, and then you can start coming back down. But for me, it's made a tremendous difference when I had gotten reinfected several months ago. In fact, I don't know if I'm infected now or not. I take 1 capsule a day religiously because I just don't want to deal with it, and it's like being in heaven. I'm afraid to stop taking it. It's so good.
Okay. I have a question too about the glutathione, the Max, the 1 Max. How I struggle with with when to take it. It's without food, and
No, the Max one is with meals.
You can take it anytime, with or without food. It's not recommended to take it like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, only because for some people it energizes you and may make it a little bit more difficult to drift to sleep. But you could take it anytime.
Okay. I found the vitamins actually energize me. So, but I'm doing everything, and I'm just kind of getting so stressed thinking about that I'm not going to be able to go on this trip that I know it's not helping. It's not helping that I'm projecting that. So
remember the deep breathing, remember the smiling, get the music, get your mind away. It's not uncommon. I had a lady a couple of weeks ago, she was writing me 3-4 questions a day, and most of them were pretty much the same. And it's like I got back to her and I said, "You're stressed out. I've answered the question. You're just stressed out. Do some deep breathing, and let the breathing let manage the stress and let things happen, because the program works. We know that. I have more coaches. I have more coaches than most people have success stories.
Okay. Well, I know it works. I just think that I've had it for a lot longer than I ever knew, and it's just it was deep. I think it just had to rise up, because and I'm just like, when's it going to stop? And I keep thinking I'm at the end, and then I'm not. And
like an onion,
and
like an onion. Peeling an onion that is deteriorating. You know, when are you going to get down to the good onion?
Yep. So thank you so much. Thank you all for being there, and for everybody who listens and participates. It helps me not feel so alone. So thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Keep coming back. We're here for you. Okay, who's next, Chris?
Again, thank you for the unconditional support that you provide, non-judgmental, because most of society, or a lot of society, would judge us as being Looney Tunes, right? And this is, everyone has a story, every family has a story. And being that I'm a highly, sensitive person, it's hard for me to see people suffer. And there's some people that I've been close to who refuse to do anything other than pharmaceuticals that are not helping them, and they, for some reason, cannot absorb anything else, to improve themselves. And it hurts me, and I because I care and love them so much. And what seems to help me as of late, I put on YouTube videos for frequencies, and that seems to make a difference. There's so many different videos, on YouTube with frequencies and sounds and things, and also with the breathing, but mainly the frequencies. But again, this is not an easy journey. And again, they talk about the onion skin, and I know my whole life journey has been peeling back the layers, and then being misunderstood. People have judged me in the past because I've had chronic fatigue issues my whole life, and it's difficult for many of us, and so the unconditional help that you provide is beyond measure, because it really does make a difference. And it's a matter, for me, it's survival, because our society is kind of like survival of the fittest. Some people just can't deal, with life in general. And then when you get the symptoms that many of us experience, it definitely compounds things. But so I'm still working on it, and I try to endorse myself for all my efforts, because it has been a tough one. It really has. And again, not to personalize when people refuse my support and think, they don't respect what I say because I'm not famous or celebrity or whatever. Some people only worship the celebrity, unfortunately, and my heart goes out to a lot of young people who are stuck in the celebrity mold. They tend to, anything a celebrity, spouses, they'll go along with, but what I guess what I'm trying to get at. But again, I'm appreciative for it all.
You're welcome. You said many truths there, many truths. Thank you. Okay, and who's next, Chris? How has stress affected you? Have you found any embarrassing moments or any embarrassing?
I'm isolated. I'm not get along with my friends that before. I got Morgellons for almost 4 years and a half, and I was taking the King diet for almost couple years, but now the food is not affecting me anymore. I'm dealing with the skin, but my environment, that's pretty all about it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, keep coming back. We're here to support you in getting your life back all the way. Okay, so Robin is going to give us we're fortunate. Robin is a professional musician, and she's going to play a song for us today. Her YouTube channel is on the information I send out about today's program. Subscribe to it, support her, and she's going to share us what's the song you have picked out.
It's called "Relax Your Mind."
There you go.
And it's got a easy chorus. The chorus is just relax your mind, relax your mind. It's going to make you feel so fine. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind.
Okay.
fine sometimes. You got to relax your mind. Like when you're driving your automobile, better keep your hand on that wheel, 'cause sometimes you got to relax your mind. Now when that light turns green, put your foot down on that gasoline. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Okay, at home, sing this with me. Relax your mind, relax your mind. Gonna make you feel so fine sometimes. You got to relax your mind. Now when that light turns red, put your foot down on that brake instead. 'Cause sometimes you got to relax your mind. But when that light turns blue, what in heaven's name are you gonna do? I don't know, but sometimes you got to relax your mind. Now this is what happens when you're stressed. There was a man at the railroad track. Lord, he ain't ever coming back, 'cause that one time he forgot to relax. Okay, sing it with me. Relax your mind, relax your mind. Gonna make you feel, yeah, so fine sometimes. You got to relax your mind.
Relax your mind. Oh, thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks for listening.
I guess that wraps up this segment. Anything you'd like to share, Robin, before we close it?
No, this was a good segment.
Yeah, Mary, anything you'd like to share? Oh, I guess Mary is left already. No, she's there. Okay. Well, anyway, love you all. Keep coming back. Our goal here is to handle the physical and handle the mental. I know that depression is a part of everything. I mean, you can't encounter these things. I mean, I know you come down with the itching and the relentless stuff, and you think, well, I got to go to the doctor, make an appointment, and get this straightened out. I don't know what the hell's going on or whatever. And you go to the doctor, and you don't get anywhere, or he gives you something, and it works for a day or two, and then it doesn't, and then you go to another doctor. Then you start thinking that maybe you got a parasite. You start mentioning that to the next doctor that you might have a parasite, and you get diagnosed as being delusional, and it's just a long rabbit hole down, going nowhere but nowhere from there on. I know, I've been there, I've lived it, and it becomes tremendously stressful, and you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have anybody to share. Your family shuns you. I mean, occasionally you get a supportive spouse and supportive family members, but they often shun you and think you're on drugs or something. So it's terrible. So keep coming back. We're here to support you physically and mentally so that you can get your life back and be a healthier person, as Mary Ann shared earlier in the program, as the program is working out for her.